Okay. Let's try this again. Hi, my little witchlings. Today is Mystery Monday. This is the very first one we're doing. Not counting this being a retake. You are here with Witchy Kitten, me, obviously, and my wonderful boyfriend, Inferno. So hopefully this goes right this time. Today's trigger warnings: sexual assault, crimes against children, unaliving, just all that terrible stuff. So viewer discretion is advised. Leave now if you don't want to hear about it. Gonna wait. Are they gone? Okay. Today we are going over the killer clown, John Wayne Gacy. He was born March 17th, 1994. No. Forget about that one. He was born March 17th, 1942. Not 1994. I apologize. In Chicago, Illinois. He was born within a blue-collared family. Had a normal childhood. For the most part, he was abused. I forgot to mention that on the first one. He was abused as a child. As he started getting older, he became more sadistic. He became more sadistic and was in prison for the very first time in 1968 for sodomizing teenage boys. He was sentenced to 10 years in prison, but had only served 18. He was then released in 1970. But to everyone, he went right back, basically, because he assaulted another child, but the charges were dropped due to the child not wanting to go on trial. He had a very successful life. I'm trying to get comfortable. He was married to his first wife, Marilyn Myers, from 1964 to 1969. He had 2 children, biological, with her. He was very sociable. He was very well liked by everybody. He went to church. He was in political things. And he, during this time, though, he was still doing sexual assaults on young men. And during this time as well, he was unaliving them. He would lure his victims in with promises of construction jobs, promises of doing parties for family members, because as well as owning a very successful construction job, he was also a clown for children parties. He had 3 alter egos: Jolly Joker, Pogo the Clown, and Patches the Clown. And this is kind of where he would sort of pick and choose, I guess, his victims. But altogether, he ended up unaliving 33 young boys. Um, in the mid 1970s, he again assaulted 2 young males, and they had went to the police and accused him of the R word. When the police brought him in, they had actually questioned him about these, and then they questioned him about the disappearances that were going on within the community. Robert Peast being one, Timothy McKay, and he referred to these years as his cursing years. With all the murders that he's done, those were his cursing years. That's what he made. Yeah. Like I stated, he had admitted to 33 murders. 29 of them were he had buried them under his house in a crawl space. A few of them were in his backyard, and then 4 of them were in the river close to his house. The bodies were so badly decayed when police and investigators found them that some of their bones were even not fused, but like stuck together, and they had to take a lot of time in order to resort the bones and figure out which body was which victim. Parents gave them for the ones that were really badly decomposed, they gave them dental records and stuff. They gave police dental records in order to figure out which victim was which missing child. So his trial ended up beginning in February 6, 1980, where he ended up pleading insanity, but was rejected by the jury. And they said, you know what? Fuck you. You're disgusting. You're a monster, killing 33 young boys who had their future ahead of them. You're guilty. You're in the slammer, boy. You're done for. You're just done. He was convicted and sentenced to 12 death sentences, along with 21 natural death sentences. During his time in prison, he was like, oh, you know what? I didn't do these. I'm innocent. Even though the bodies were found underneath my house. And I have witnesses, parents telling the police that their sons talked to me last about jobs and all this evidence against me. I didn't do it. I'm innocent. He wrote letters trying to plead his innocence, as to which all of those were also denied. His second wife, Carol Hoff, he married her in 1972, and they divorced in 1976. He had 2 stepchildren with her, and I'm not disclosing any of the children's names in case they are still alive, still kicking, for privacy. So no one's like harassing them like, oh, your dad did all these terrible things. So those aren't getting disclosed. I do have a Patreon that will have photos and videos and recordings if you guys are interested in seeing any of those, along with some bloopers. But May 10th of 1994, there it is, he was executed by lethal injection at the Crest Hill, at Stateville Correctional Center in Crest Hill, Illinois. And he has a movie out that talks about some of this. While he was incarcerated, he took up digital art, or not digital artwork. And did some paintings and stuff. Some have been auctioned. And a lot of the surprisingly, some of the crime scene photos have even been auctioned and bought in the UK. Two of his paintings, one of them, I Am Pogo the Clown, or I'm Pogo the Clown, and then his other art piece, I Am Gacy, was bought in auctions. His other artworks have not been auctioned or bought through auctions, but they are auctioned from what I have looked up. So that's that. If you're interested in that, that's all you. I don't judge. I don't judge. As investigators were going through his house, they tore up floorboards, looked in closets and stuff like that. They dismantled his home, but his house is redone. And you can actually go within his house and kind of look around and everything. It's kind of a historical site now. They allow some people to go in through the crawl space. And down at the river where 4 of the young men were found, there is a plaque for their remembrance down there. But this guy was really, really fucked up. Like I said, he had a very successful construction business. He was very well liked. And he pulled this over everybody's heads. It shocked everybody. No one thought, especially his wife and his children, thought he was capable of doing something like this. There are community forums about him, and they're comparing him to Pennywise the Clown. Is that better? They're comparing him to Pennywise the Clown, saying he's just as equally as bad as Pennywise. And he is a very big fan of Pennywise and Chucky, and we all know Pennywise is not as bad as John Wayne Gacy. Gacy assaulted these young men, strangled them with either his hands or rope, and then literally buried them until they rotted under his house or in his backyard. As to where Pennywise, he just played around with his food. He played around with his meals. He tortured them and then ate them. That's it. No assault, no nothing like that. That's how I would want to go. Wouldn't that be how you would want to go? Just tortured and then eaten? Compared to the alternate. But so, like I said, some of his artwork is actually still up for auction. So if y'all wanna look into that, you be my guest. Some of the artwork, not some of the photos that I have found, and some of the reports and stuff that I found will be on my Patreon if you guys want to look at those. That is kind of it for the little... it's a short segment for the first Mystery Monday. But that's it on John Wayne Gacy. I'll probably touch base on this again later. But the first episode just kind of short and sweet. Make it mwah. Murder mysteries are every Monday, though. Not murder mysteries. Oh my gosh. Mystery Mondays. Every Monday. I pre-record on Sundays. I do have a Patreon that is for Mystery Mondays if you guys are interested in that. I will be recording here in VR chat. Please do check out my Twitch and my TikTok. We'll have bloopers and stuff on there. I'm sure he'll have bloopers on his. And I don't only cover true crime. I will be doing urban legends, unusual things. It's just a bunch of different things. That's why I've named it Mystery Mondays. Give you guys a variety of different things. Next Monday, we've already been talking about it, is going to be something that is like a list of different things. So that will be fun. I really do hope you guys like, make sure you hit that subscribe button and click the little bell for notifications. So that way you guys are updated on when I post. I'm gonna try and get the editing done Sunday nights and have everything posted Monday afternoon, so that way you guys can watch our randomness as we go over some of these mystery things. But I also game on Twitch, so it's not in VR chat though. I'm a VTuber on Twitch, so feel free to join on there. And I do hope to see you guys later. I love you all already. Bye, my little witchlings.